Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member and join Patreon and Raythax.eth on my name. So we'll start off with Omi today. Omi down about 4.4% on the day. Not really a good sign for Omi, but that being said, Bitcoin was down about 4% on the day, Ethereum 2.7%. So it is kind of following the markets, albeit even if it's just a little bit worse. Bitcoin was 5.5% down on the day, but it has gone up a little bit, so we had a little bit of a recovery for Bitcoin. And then out of the 24-hour trading volume for Omi, it was at 744,000. So again, pretty regular for Omi, even though it's not very good. I do think we will get some marketing for the token in the next couple of months. Again, they had said on the community update that they will start to get more marketing in general. You market for Veve, you market for the token, you know, one hand washes the other. It's kind of similar to when Jar Jar Binks was talking with, it wasn't Jar Jar Binks, it was Qui-Gon Jinn talking with the head Gun, and Obi-Wan Kenobi says, what happens to one affects the other. You must understand this, you know, saying that him and the Naboo form that symbiont circle. So anyway, I didn't buy any more Omi yet today. I won't do it probably for the next couple of days. Also, one of my new whales that only has like 1.2 million Omi, it seems to be getting slowly but surely in it. He'll get another, I don't know, 750,000 Omi this week. He'll probably be getting about close to 3 or 4 million each month as long as it stays down here. I really wish I could get him to buy a whole bunch at once, but he's like, no, gotta do it slowly. I was like, okay, you know, your call. Anyway, we do have a little more not whale news. This is older whale news. I'll get to that in a second. The first thing I do want to go over is the money that they made yesterday on the Patrick Hughes. I know I went over it in the live stream, but they did make about $76,000 in one go. And again, why I think that is because Patrick Hughes stuff does tend to go for thousands of dollars. In general, in the real world, that's why I like the Build Yourself Up NFT. That one from, I think it's Mr. Crawford. He has the... his ones go for thousands usually as well. That's why the NFT is like $500. Same thing with these. They had the high price of the two ultra rares. The ultra rares were $50 each, and the secret rare was $70 each. But again, they didn't have it in the thousands. They had it just, oh hey, there's a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there, and that's why I think it did really well. So I think if you do that, especially from a really good artist, then I think you could actually do things, especially if you make them scarce. You know, kind of less is more type of deal. So hopefully they listen. We had Reverend Alex G saying it's gonna be May yesterday with the start with it looks like traditional Mexican art with the but it just says Star Wars in those floral arrangements. And we did get the announcement today. We did get Luke Skywalker. There's a bunch of announcements today. We'll go over that in a second. But I did want to go over something that was brought up yesterday, talking about whales. And I was like, hey, listen, one of the people that I kind of help out with this is a ultra whale, where this was his wallet back in January. $219,000, 7 secret rare alligator Lokis, 237 Thor Love and Thunder posters. So him and his brother-in-law have about half of those, half of the entire supply. And then in that he also has the batter up secret rares, that Darth Vader, looks like a calendar poster, whatever. So, but again, speaking of Star Wars, we do have a couple of things to go over. We'll start with Luke Skywalker. This is why I'm really, really bullish on all the Star Wars stuff, all the lightsabers. It is very clear to me. It is crystal clear to me that there are not many Star Wars fans in this app yet. Because constantly I gotta ask, wait, why does Luke have a green lightsaber? In the lightsaber collection, you see, well, it's the Skywalker lightsaber, and it's blue. Why does Luke have a green lightsaber? Well, in case they didn't read the title, it did say, here's all the stuff from Return of the Jedi. So you do have Admiral Akbar in there, and Luke, in one of the opening scenes when he's going to save Han, R2, which I don't know if you'll have this option with the R2-D2 that we have. Definitely not the golden one, because it's not even animated. But the newer one that we had that is animated, I think that has 1977 mints. Anyway, in that R2, out of the top of his head, you know, Luke gets a green lightsaber. Now, we didn't exactly know 100% how he got that until years later, but he did wind up crafting it after the events of The Empire Strikes Back, or after he lost his hand, lost the lightsaber. Eventually does get that lightsaber back, but again, he crafted a new one with the green crystals. That's what gives it the green hue. Each Jedi or Sith, they do craft their own lightsaber for the most part. You do have every now and then, let's say when Anakin loses a lightsaber, or we have anyone losing a lightsaber, oh, hey, here's a couple of others. We had extra lying around. Despite what Obi-Wan Kenobi says, saying, this is your life. They do play a little fast and loose with that every now and then. But yeah, so that is completely correct. In the Return of the Jedi, he does have his green lightsaber. The one thing I am kind of curious about, though, is that if we get this Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi with the green lightsaber, when are we going to have a use case for the blue lightsaber, the actual Skywalker lightsaber that Anakin had, the one that Obi-Wan took from him and gave to Luke in A New Hope? Be advised, there was also a Disney Plus Blu-ray. I'll show you real quick. So I won't go and play the actual sound, but I'm just going to say Fair Use Act. So this is the Disney edition and the Harmy Specialized edition. The Disney edition is on top from 2019, and the dialogue is Obi-Wan Kenobi telling Luke, "This was your father's lightsaber. It was an elegant weapon for a more civilized age." And again, the reason why I was showing you that is because if you can tell on the top, it looks like it does have a more green hue. So that's why a lot of people were confused about it. But again, just the fact that people didn't know that, and again, I am a very big nerd with this type of stuff, just shows that there are not a ton of Star Wars fans in here. When they get in, and they will, again, the physical lightsabers, you sell about 10 million a year. There are 20,000 of these, and they're Luke. It's a Skywalker. So you, depending on what generation you grew up with, if you're 40-ish years and older, you kind of grew up with Luke. And it's like, okay, cool. That is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. If you're 30-ish years old, like I am, oh, hey, that's Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. If you're 15, 20 years old, well, you grew up with Rey. That's Rey Skywalker's lightsaber. Rey Skywalker, Palpatine, etc., etc. So anyway, there's a lot to go over there. There's a lot other stuff. I probably could do my own video about that, but we have some other stuff to go over as well. One of the things is David Yu had retweeted Sergio Collect's tweet about Fandango. If you just Google Veve Fandango NFT, they do have something going on with Guardians of the Galaxy. They're only giving away 1,000, so this is very similar to the Thor Love and Thunder posters. 1,090 were made, but only 537 or so were redeemed. Same thing with the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That one had about 1,000 or so that was made, but again, less than 200 were redeemed. And if that pattern continues, this could see much less than 100. But again, a lot of people are noticing about it. I do think we are on a little bit of an uptick just because we haven't been for the past like 6 months. It's been pretty peak FUD. So anyway, just going showing that off. Anyway, I did do a giveaway announcement yesterday for Squid Cat, and if you didn't know, if you go and you stake or if you list a golden dragon for $88,888, it gives you a little bit of OMI each month. You have Stephen Duarte, who was the winner of the giveaway yesterday. It says, right, been blessed with 50,000 free OMI for holding. Not much now, but later, who knows? I think that would equate to, I think like $30 at this point, but even still, that's right now, because I expect this to 100x in a couple of years. That $30 will be $3,000, which is pretty heckin' cool. Anyway, moving on. We do have Smarty Pants 187, who posted on my stream yesterday saying, was Gucci Randy, added a few more sets. He's up to 204 now. A bunch of people got MCP, by the way, so that's really cool. So I do think most people, about 70 to 80% of people do have it. If you're not one of those, if you're one of those unlucky people that don't have it yet, don't worry. I promise your time is coming. Everyone will get it this quarter, probably even this month, and then you'll probably be able to use that sometime next quarter. Anyway, Smarty Pants had said, and at 527 Plutos and counting, this person, Smarty Pants 187, has more Plutos, those lenticular cards from that lenticular series set. He has more of those than I do comics. And most of my comics are like $2 each. Those Plutos are like $100 each. Absolute mad lad. Again, if you do the math on that, $100 each, okay, so 10 would be 1,000, 50 would be 5,000. You multiply by 10, yeah, that's $50,000. So, anywho, moving on, and that's just in Plutos. We do have Gwen Tran saying, welcome home, Walt and Mickey, number 8. So he had bought his 8th Walt and Mickey, so shout out for him for that, for doing it. Again, whales do be chomping, though. We have error, so be advised, the Star Wars stuff was leaked this morning. That was a leak just because they did switch over from the Medium articles to, their own blog site. It was confirmed by the Dope Ryan that saying it was an error with their back end switching from Medium to their own thing. That's why the Star Wars had gotten leaked. Or I'm sorry, the Star Wars had gotten leaked previously with the Admiral Akbar, the Luke Skywalker. We don't know the third person as yet, and we don't know the mints. We don't know anything. Again, subscribe to get the information, hit the bell for notifications. I will be doing more videos for all of that. But the one thing that was leaked this morning, which some people were so many messages about, Randy, is this real? This isn't real, is it? It was the Infinity Gauntlet. So there was a bunch of things happening with that. I'll go over that right now. So that Soul Stone crafting does begin on 6 May. You must sacrifice or burn a premium digital collectible to obtain it. So anything that is animated, a lot of people are saying adios to their Electras. I did run into someone at VCon last year. It was about a year ago that had, I think, at the time, 126 Electras. And I was like, well, that's a lot. He's like, well, either they're going to fix her or they're not. And I was like, and he said, I think they're going to fix her. I was like, yeah, eventually they'll probably fix her. Again, a year later, he's still waiting, but I imagine has gotten a much more. And with that being said, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to go and burn their first appearance animated Groots, and they're going to burn their first appearance Electras, because those are just the cheapest ones to do. Anyway, moving on from that. Afterwards, you can go and say the Infinity Gauntlet drops the 13th of May. You must craft all of the Infinity Stones, all of the ones that we have, and the Soul Stone in order to add them to the Gauntlet. So if you can go and get the Gauntlet, and you don't have to craft any Infinity Stones, but if you do craft or burn the Infinity Stones, they will show up in the Gauntlet. Be advised that Secret Rare Eye of Agamotto is like $700, at least at the time of making this video. I don't think it's going to be worth it to craft that and basically light that on fire in order to get that into the Infinity Gauntlet. That being said, if most people think like I do, then there will be very few people that have the entire thing, and then it might be worth a couple grand. I don't know. So it is kind of a coin flip. You're really not sure what's going on. Somebody should probably do a poll on that, and based on that poll, we'll probably get a better idea of how many people are going to do what. So then if the Infinity Stone, the Empowered Gauntlets get a Thanos. Philosopher airdrop crafting using any Eye of Agamotto will work, but using the Secret Rare will also get you a Thanos Warrior airdrop. There are a couple of different Thanoses, but you do have until 10 June to craft stones until the gauntlet, into the gauntlet to receive the Thanos airdrop. So I feel like, kind of like the Platinum posters and the uncap and burn for one, I feel like the same thing's going to happen here. You're going to see more and more trickle as time goes on. The rest of the people on this list is the the Secret Rare Spider-Man, Secret Rare Captain America, Throg, Spider-Man, the Ben Reilly one, Storm, A Very Deadpool Christmas, Holiday Groot, Invisible Woman, Black Panther, Elektra, Thor, Silver Surfer, Mr. Fantastic, Doc Ock, Daredevil, Mysterio, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, She-Hulk, America Chavez, Howard the Duck, and the Hulk. So those are the ones that you can burn if you want. Again, most people are going to do the Elektra or the Holiday Groot one just because those are the cheapest. But if you really want to burn a Spidey Secret Rare and light 5 grand on fire, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to stop you. But again, in case it wasn't clear, we do have GrandisonPrime.eth asking, I'm reading this as if I burn the Secret Rare Eye of Agamotto, I'll get the Ultra Rare Thanos and the Secret Rare Thanos. And Veve Official confirms, yes, that is correct. And then you have another question saying, awesome, will you receive the same mint Thanos as your gauntlet? And Veve Head responds, you will receive random mints for the Thanos airdrop. So if you burn the number 41, you're not going to get the number 41. Most likely. It's going to be random. Grounds Prime says, you're killing it. Veve Digital Collectibles says, thanks, fam. And moving on. We have Maddie Boom Boom going on and say, hey, Veve fam, something very important to note with the Infinity Gauntlet crafting. This is 100% utility offered after many of these collectibles have already dropped. Many people in our community said Veve and Marvel would not do what's happening right now. Well, guess what? Now the door is wide open. So Disney had said before, which again, even though Marvel is a subsidiary, is a Disney company, is not Disney themselves. They had to sign separate contracts when getting the agreements for Marvel and Disney, Fox, etc., etc. Oh God, excuse me, hiccups. Anyway, Disney had said that they don't want to do anything with, they want to announce utility before they do that. Marvel, clearly, they do not abide by those rules. They march to the beat of their own drum. So a lot of people are also thinking, oh, hey, we could have now partner statue utility. We could have golden moments utility. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I do think it would be really cool if they did something like that. Again, I don't have those sets. I'm not trying to pump my own bags, but I do think it would be really cool to do something like that. But for Marvel, we know, because again, we have proof with this, that anything is free game. Everything is on the table. Comment down below your favorite thing that you want to get utility. I would want something with Deadpool just because I love him. And I wasn't even talking about the Marvel Mighties. I was just talking about like the actual Deadpool just because he's cool. We have Deadpool 3 coming out, so I'm really, really excited about that. Also, the someone with, I think, the most amount of MCP points that I've seen is Gruba Bog, who is MCP level 91. For whatever reason, his MCP ranking is Diamond 2. I don't know why. Again, if I'm a master at level 41, when I only have 300-ish thousand points, and he's level 91 at 3.8 million points, he should definitely be a master, not Diamond 2. But again, I'm just going off of that. Shout out to Pavle Punch Stanimirovich, the one who had helped write Stealing Manhattan. It is a book by Burl Bearer, and again, I'm not going to go and give away everything right now, but it is a really cool story. It is based off a true story, and you may or may not have someone that you know play one of these characters in a movie. Anyway, link to that book down below on Amazon. For people that really like meme coins, I saw a truck today that says Dogecoin to the moon. I thought it was funny. Comment down below if you have some Doge. David Yu had retweeted a couple things. One was from Pixel Trader saying, huge day for Veve fam today. Tons of people getting MCP. First appearance Luke Skywalker announced. Infinity Gauntlet and Craft Burning. And first appearance Thanos airdrops announced along with the Gauntlet. David Yu had retweeted Aaron Kaiki Gajin, who said, I remember someone asking, what has Veve done in 2 years? I think this would be considered the best NFT burn event in history to date. Ha 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 ha. Again, David Yu had retweeted that. And yeah, I put on his notifications on his tweets if you might see a couple things. Anyway, that should be it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow.